Saul and his wife Pilar have founded Armonia, and the coolest part about it is the whole concept is walking alongside the poor. It's all about how do we create sustainable centers where people can come together, create community, and we can create actually a better life for them, not only them, but then also their children, their children's children, and even beyond that. I can tell you that's really what they're doing down here is absolutely amazing. So I asked them, what are some of your needs? And they said, well, some of the kids have really expressed interest in an entrepreneur center. I was like, well, I might have a few friends who can help make that happen. So I went back home and I told a bunch of my friends about it, and of course had overwhelming support to come down here and help out with an entrepreneur center.
It's just a fantastic place overall to be able to come, and the things that they do for these kids and the time that they devote and the way that they are essentially changing these kids' lives. It's kind of like Saul talked about. If you just throw a lot of money at something, it doesn't necessarily change anything. You have to be able to change people's mindsets. And it's extremely clear that they have changed these kids' mindsets altogether.
I've dragged Dustin Williams all over the place. He's been with me in New York and LA and 3 different times to Mexico. He's just an amazing guy, and he has a heart for helping other people. Obviously, with what he does in his profession, he helps people every day, get their lives back with health and weight loss and everything else. But not only that, a lot of people may not know that Dustin just has an amazing heart for kids and for entrepreneurship and helping people make better lives. So here he came down with us to Mexico, and he did a great job. He bonded with the kids right away. He helped us obviously do a lot of heavy lifting, get the furniture upstairs. He was helpful to have around for that. And through his donation of time and money, he's helped us to put together this entrepreneur center and to make this movie that's going to make a huge impact on this organization and many generations of young people to come.
They see life in a completely different way than they once did. And now they see that they have opportunities. They see that they can be more than they ever thought that they could be. The lifestyle is just so much different, and you tend to forget how blessed we really are.
Yeah, that's not the same.
In Armonia, we were fighting against poverty in a different way. Yeah, not giving them everything, but working with them, together with them.
For indigenous young people, it's very difficult. Armonia opened this place, a special space for the young, because they need opportunity.
I'd never really looked at poverty in the way that Saul looked at it until he explained it the way he did. The things that we actually think are poverty are really just the consequences of poverty, not necessarily what poverty is, that it's a complete mindset. And that was, whenever I heard him say that, and that can apply to so many things, so many more things outside of life besides just poverty. How many things in life really are just an overall mindset, and that everything else that comes with it is just the consequences of it. It makes you realize what we're really capable of doing and the things that we're truly capable of accomplishing if we actually put our mind to it.
We are trying to give them, to give the students space to be and to live here, and then through that, together with all of us and the others, to be a transformed life.
These kids are fantastic. I mean, it's obvious that they want to be here, that they have a desire for the education, they have a desire to better themselves, and these kids are great. They interact with each other well, they get along great. It's basically like getting the opportunity to live with 20 or 30 brothers and sisters.
Being transformed, thinking different about life, they can have a different future for themselves, and not only for themselves, but for the villages as well.
What we offer is another possibility out of this cycle of poverty. When people start not feeling isolated, but as part of a community, when people stop feeling helpless, then they start dreaming in a better future, and they start changing themselves.